Okay, my latest podcast is about how it's important to find people that you can trust in artificial intelligence. And I wanted to make that point. There's some real clear indications that a lot of the government and state government and maybe even federal government are shying away from deep seek. And of course, it's Chinese, much like TikTok and some others. And always going to be a question here, but there's been a lot of factors that's been brought up where there's been a lot of fake voices and fake videos, and there's a lot of opposition. But there is a need for a price of a product that competes with DeepSeek, and I think that what I'm making the point is, and if you've seen some of the videos on this on the people from Argentina, is that I've had over 30 years to vet the people that's involved, and particularly Pablo Abdian, who's the CEO of the company, and their CTO. He is a graduate of MIT, and there's a lot of things that go along with that as far as credibility, and also the fact of being honest and trustworthy. So the corporation is one that could be very beneficial. And I want to make the point that I have a lot of contacts and friends in the industry because I was in the cable industry for so long. And one of them was Mark Cuban. I met him early on. He was manning a booth at a cable show where I was too, and we had a good conversation. He was on a lot of the panels, and so I maintained some contact there. But I'm trying to work this out where it would be a good opportunity for Little Rock because I think there's a good cultural connection there. Even in my trips to Buenos Aires, which there were numerous, there's probably over 30, I did get to know the ambassador, James Cheek, who was from Little Rock, and he was the U.S. ambassador down here. So there is a connection there and a lot of travel that's been down here, even from former Governor Jim Gottucker. He was in Argentina. So there's an opportunity there, and I'm not going to say it's exactly like FedEx, but FedEx looked at Little Rock and then eventually ended up in Memphis. So I think there's a need for some action, and whether it's a Little Rock Chamber or other people involved, or getting Mark Cuban involved, and maybe possibility of Dallas, that's the other option. So I think this is a real life situation, and there's some urgency. So hopefully there will be some notice of this and some action taken. But you can see that I've made quite a bit of effort on this, and I've worked with several people on it, and I'm waiting to see some results as far as interest in the Little Rock community, whether it's through business leaders or through the education or other people that I've made contact with. There's a lot of associations. So hopefully, I'm kind of getting to the point where my health is kind of recovering now, and I'm going to start taking a real proactive action on this versus reactive. So look at this, and you might go back and look at some of the others. I did a recap, and I've done some others on the trip that they did and the presentations they made on March 3rd. So we're getting into 60 days, and I kind of use the Hamilton song, One Shot. In some ways, I look at some ways my one shot, and I'm going to take all the advantages I can. I'm a facilitator, but I'm an entrepreneur too. So hopefully, some of the things will go as planned, and we can do some things about making Little Rock a leader in as far as the the artificial intelligence. But if not, so be it. Thanks.